Good morning. Today is the 22nd of January 2023. It is now 6:04 a.m. and I was trying to find something on the internet because every night I'm being awakened many times through the night. This is probably about my fifth or sixth time, which I was awakened at something after 5. Um, I wake up with this energy inside my body, and tonight it's been around my heart, and I just have to pray, um, plead the blood of Jesus over my heart, and when I start praying, it leads me. But the thing is, it's there, it's inside my body. It's not just on the walls, in this air, but they send it inside of me, which is causing me to gain a lot of weight. My stomach, I look like I'm maybe 6 months pregnant or 7 months. Um, so that's why I was looking up. I had to put stuff on my face, and I put this on my hair. I'm not a Muslim. I just wear this to protect my hair because this energy clings to my hair and dries out my hair extremely bad. Don't even feel like hair. Um, So I put this on my head. I don't know how, but it helps keep some of the moisture in my hair. Not all of it, but at least it's not so dry that it don't feel like hair. But it causes me to have this bad itch, like some kind of fungus is in my head. But I got a solution for that too. Um, so I was looking up, why do they send this stuff in our bodies? And I've come across a a pay a link talking about symptoms of EMF. So I want to read, I don't know if I'll read all of it, but read some of it because I already see one of the symptoms that I had years ago. Um, like I was saying, I would be in a type when I was in Lumberton. I just didn't know what it was. It wasn't until I moved up this area that I knew what was going on. But I used to wake up with extremely red eyes, and they would be itching. Felt like something was crawling on my eye, inside my eyeball. Every time I would try to go to sleep at night, it just felt like something was crawling inside my eyeball. And I would wake up the next morning with extremely red eyes. And it was really scary because I didn't know what was going on. But that's a sign that you're being hit with EMF. So I'm going to see what else. I haven't read all of it yet. So I'm just going to read it and try to find out who well, this is, I'm gonna just start reading from what I see. It said targeted individuals, anxiety, red eyes, electronic harassment, bullying, cyberbullying, bullies, stalking, electronic stalking, cyber crime, DEWs, direct energy weapon, neurophone, spyware, counter spy, information services, health risk of EMFs, microwave weapon, social media mob stalking. And then they got this face with the red eyes, but the pupil is different. Tell you the truth, the pupils look like serpent eyes. So that causes people the pupil in people's eyes to change, evidently, because it look kind of, it don't really look like a serpent. It look more like a cross, but the white of the eyes are red, and that's how mine was. I mean, it was extremely red, as though I had the pink eye. Pink eye is an infection, but it wouldn't stay red. It was just when I wake up in the morning, that's how my eyes were looking. It's a hostile environment, energy that drives the chaos. Wait a minute, this might not be the same. No, this is a book. That's a book. Okay, symptoms of electronic harassment and unhealthy EMF levels, and also directed energy weapons, DEW. Symptoms of extremely high and extremely low EMFs and direct energy weapons are DEW. Please keep in mind that not all symptoms. No, I did it. Not all symptoms are experienced in an exact order. You may experience the worst symptoms first, or the least of the symptoms in a later stage. You will experience symptoms depending on the method of electronic stalking used on you by your predators, and that's what they are, predators. First stage signs: visual hallucination. Both adults and children should attempt to carefully sense whether they feel a shock or see lights as they drift off to sleep. Seeing color lights is commonly reported. Being able to see color lights inside your home is most likely contributed to the use of microwave neurophone device by your predators. Extreme eye redness and feelings of grittiness, and that's what I had years ago. So it had to be maybe about 9 years ago that I started experiencing this, and this is when I started going to the eye, not to the eye doctor, to the stomach specialist, internal organ specialist. This is when I started going to Dr. Ellen. I don't have a problem with calling names. Dr. Ellen of Lumberton, North Carolina, which they say he's not even there anymore. After I had my procedure, I moved up this way, and I called because I had owed them some. It wasn't much money, just a few dollars, but they told me he wasn't there anymore. So this one lady told me that they don't know where he is. So I don't know if he left the country or what. So they probably paid him a big lump sum to do this to people, and then he got their money and left. Or it could be dead, ain't no telling. But when I went to them, they were acting weird. You know, they made me feel uncomfortable because of the way they was acting toward me. And there was one nurse there, I never did see her anymore. It was a black lady. And when I only saw her that one time when I first went there, I didn't never see her back there again. But she just kept looking at me, and I didn't even tell him about about my eyes. He asked me the question. He asked me, was I having problem with redness of the eyes in the morning? He told me they had a name for it, and told me the name. But I can't remember what he said though, because it's been years ago. But anyway, the extreme eye redness and feeling of grittiness and something stuck in the eyelid. This how this just felt, but it didn't feel like it was stuck. It felt like something was crawling in my eyes. Like little teeny thing was crawling in my eyes, on the eye. Extreme eye redness comes from several things. One, it can be, well, that's outside of what they doing to us. One, it can be a health problem like liver disease or pink eye, or other bacteria or viral infections. It can be from eye trauma, and even something like poison ivy or some other that it had nothing to do with what these people doing to us. Number two, eye redness can be from sheer exhaustion and from being tired. That's not it either. However, in case of gang stalking, eye redness and grittiness is something that occur in the eyes after demodulation of energy hits your head. So they would hit my head, but I was having a problem with my stomach. Every single night when I would try to go to sleep, my stomach would be shaking. Like if this had my inside my stomach would feel, and I couldn't go to sleep. That's why I went to the doctor in the first place. Hits your head and lots of it. Energy demodulation is sent at two precise sections of the brain. So they were attacking my brain. But they had been it probably was attacking my stomach too. I know they're doing it now. They are attacking my brain. I'll keep going further than where I want to go. Okay. The first being the temporal lobe side of the brain, closest to the ears, yes, and on the outside of our eyes, which is responsible for short-term memory and in how we interpret vision and sound. Now, this is what happened to my sister. She had short-term memory loss. That's probably why she kept asking the same question over and over and over. Now, she could talk about things even though she had it wrong. All the thing that she was saying she did, I actually did it. But she remembered it. But she couldn't remember things that happened like right now. That happened today or yesterday. And she just started asking the same questions over and over and over and over. She would just ask the same question over and over again. Okay, second being the occipital lobe, located at the back lower part of our brain, is the visual cortex of the brain. Back here, I guess. That's where they put the implants back there. In the back of the head. There was like a dip or something back there. Okay, if both of these areas are targeted by high energy attacks and results are breakdown of eye tissue, an area of the brain used for memory, listening, and sight. And that's what I have a problem with too. Not to the point where I have to keep asking the same question over and over. But I might forget that I asked a question. Because sometimes I could talk to my daughter. One of them, and she was something. You already asked me that question. You know, like, well, I forgot I asked you. That's what she be making me mad. According to the dictionary, demodulate means to extract a ma it's MODULATINGs a modulating signal from its carrier. The signal is passed through a filter at 300 kilohertz and demodulate other things that cause red eyes. In game stalking is laser weapons and possibly just the higher frequencies themselves. Long-term exposure and saturation of radiation will also break eye tissue down. Ringing in the ear or tone bursts. I get that too. My sister was getting it too. Okay. It is the temporal lobe on the side of the head in the brain that allow us to determine sound. The temporal lobe is also responsible for how we interpret hearing and is most likely the area of the brain that takes in energy, demodulation, and electrical charge, which breaks down brain cells and opens the temporal lobe up to interpret hearing through our brain tissue. I'll be going further than where I want to go. Okay. Can be various pitches, constant, intermittent, occurring in both ears or in only one ear. The reason for the possibility for both sides being affected is we have two temporal lobes in our brain, one on each side of the brain. Sound interpreted in game stalking can sound like a low rumbling noise or like a buzzing mosquito. For example, victims report a feeling of discomfort that accompanies the noises, like a headache. Because if you don't stop that ringing that in your ear, you get headaches. At least I do. That's why I have to keep loud noise on, something that like a tendonizer sound things. Some report the noise being loud enough to cause so I can't say that word. Something kind of pain. EXCRUCIATING. This would be in the ears and inner ear and possibly include headaches. That's what headaches. You get headaches if you don't stop that noise. Also noted were clicking noises inside the head. Many report hearing clicks in their sinus and their ears has also been noted. Unaccountable increase in heart rate, rapid heart rate. This sound and the following symptoms are most likely experienced after high levels of microwave energy are aimed at you. It could be widespread energy. I'm hearing a rumbling. I don't know. They don't sound like no airplane. Some kind of rumbling up there in the sky. It's up in the sky, whatever it is. It don't really sound like thunder. Sound something. I don't know what that is. Okay, unaccountable increase in heart rate, rapid heart rate. This symptom and the following symptoms are most likely experienced after high levels of microwave energy are aimed at you. It could be widespread energy surrounding you in an open area, or it could be a direct signal aimed precisely at your body or head. I've had them hit me right here on my neck, and it be hot energy hitting my neck, and my heart start uh, pumping hard, real hard. Um, According to Mercola.com, a study conducted. This is one thing they like to do when I'm on this video. They like to mess with my nose because they know that's one of these things that they handlers do, rub the nose. But I'm not no handler, believe me. They couldn't pay me to be a handler. I tell you what, if they was to approach me about stuff like that, I wouldn't be quiet about it. Like a lot of people, they quiet about it, knowing they getting paid to do this to people. It's itching me. I sure wouldn't be quiet about it, and I let it be known that this is what's being done to somebody else. But I think people like that, people that's handlers that are sick in the head. They're pure sick in the head, crazy and evil. Um. According to, oh, I already read it. A study conducted by Dr. Magda Harvest of Trent University found that the level of microwave frequency radiation we see in home kitchens is significant enough to affect both heart rate and heart rate variabilities. Nervousness, anxiety, agitation, irritability, aggravated reactions, manipulations of body parts, muscle are pulsed and are contracted involuntary. Feet, legs, arms, and individual fingers can be made to move by sudden jerking. My grandsons was talking about this, and we thinking it was like something spirit, like spirits attacking them. But they was being hit too, evidently. This been years ago. Wow. This been over 10 years ago when I stayed in Parkview. They was complaining, they was saying something about their legs and their bed jerking. Something was going on their bed. We thinking it was spiritual. So they was being attacked. My grandchildren were being attacked. Okay. I know one of my grandsons was having problems with pain in his private area. And that's probably what he was going through then. Being attacked. But these people are sick in the head. They are really sick. I mean, why would somebody want to hurt somebody like that? And what the hell these children doing for them? Because they was this, they in their 20s now when this happened. They was like maybe in their early teens. when they were experiencing this crazy stuff. And whoever it was, just, the hell is not good enough for them. Hell is not good enough for these jokers. They need to bypass hell and go somewhere else. The reason for this symptom, wait a minute, what was I at? Okay. Fingers can be made to move by sudden jerking. The motion can be slow and controlled. This often occurs at night in bed, although it can occur anywhere at any time. The reason for these symptoms is to keep you from falling asleep or to wake you up after you have fallen asleep. Whichever way or method and however you are being hunted or stalked. For example, through electrical brain. Hell is not even good enough for these devils. Brain signal and activity. Voice modulation and activation. A chip in your body or even heat sensing of your body. Since the electrical activity is how a game stalker locates us. It is also how we are located when we begin to nod off at night. Energy and electrical field charge in brightness and flow and will be noted from a awake state. This is pure sickening. Hell is just not good enough. They need to go somewhere worse than hell, like the lake of fire. Worse than the lake of fire. And there's a place of torment. They need the torment they giving us. They need worse than the lake of fire. If there's anything worse than the lake of fire, they need it. That you want to do this to somebody. I mean, what kind of mindset? And there's a lot of people doing this stuff. I mean, like the whole city. The whole entire city. That's how, because they riding around with this stuff on their cars. They so sick in the head till they don't even realize they killing the future for their children and their grandchildren, their great-grandchildren, because they resetting the atmosphere. They so stupid. Just evil and wicked and so busy trying to hurt somebody else. So they so stupid and dumb to realize that they killing the children. The future for the children. Just evil and stupid. I don't even have the word to say what they are. Anyway, this change in your brain will show instant changes as you started drifting off to sleep. In other words, your prep knows you are getting sleepy and you don't really know or understand how, because they doing it. They know the exact moment you start falling asleep because they putting you to sleep and then send signals to abruptly awake you. So the game stalker knows that your body is going into a crew leader time, and so they attack. These jokers, how they do me, they put me to sleep and then wake me up. Cause I could fall asleep. I be like that. They think I'm gonna jerk. Cause these jokers doing it. I'm whoever it is, whoever you are. You, Lord, let me calm down. I'm about to call them a name. Help me, Jesus, cause I'm really getting really pissed off right now. But anyway, especially when I'm trying to read the Bible, trying to pray. I don't even finish praying because they be done put me to sleep because they got all this technology in my body. And a lot of the technology comes from what these doctors did to me. They telling me because I'm having all these problems, and the doctors telling me I needed these procedures done, and they doing other stuff to me than what they telling me I needed. Lord have mercy. Let me calm down. Okay. So the game stalker knows that your body is going into a quieter time, and so they attack. In essence, it turns out that our own bodies will tell on us and let our perpetrators, wait per, what's that word, perpetrators know when, predators, okay, let our predators know when we are nodding off or even as we sleep. This is a new find. It is probably something that has been present the whole time, but find targets discuss talk about it, and that is electrical charges are current that travels through your metals and into your body. Wait a minute here. Electrical charges are currents that travel through your mattress and into your body. These electrical charges are current in at your body, the intended target, and it is often accompanied by a jerking demodulation or noise eating electrical puff of air. Nitrogen, I guess that's it. Nauseating, electrical puff of air. Your stomach will feel quivery and excited. I don't know why I'm itching so bad. That is the only way I could describe it. If you want to block this unwanted electrical device away from reaching you, you will need to find the entry point, either coming through the floor, which is coming through the whole entire floor, or lower wall, and then place a rare earth magnet over the site. That I don't do that. And that's what I got now, rare air. I can't find, no. I did find my rare air. I think it's back there, folded up in something. Okay, rare earth magnet over the site. I might need to get another one because that thing there is old. I've had two big. I had two. And them things stick together. You can't hardly get them apart. Okay, rare earth magnet over the site and tape it in place and duct tape. You will need to look for low readings under your bed. I only sleep in my bed, but it don't matter wherever. I like it in here. I just started sleeping in this room here the last few days, probably this week here, and I don't care where I am in this room. There is something under this house that got some kind of mechanical movement because I can hear it. It like it sucks to the wall, and I can actually hear it when it unsucks from the wall, from the floor rather, and I can hear it rumbling when it's coming, looking for me. And I'm thinking it's some hoses. They some long hoses up under this house because I had someone to go up under there and take pictures. And they some hoses that's running from, look like it's coming from under the ground. This something got me just itching, boy. And I do believe that's what it is. Those hoses, they got hooked to something, which I think got something to do with that food truck. I believe it with all my heart. That it got something to do with that food truck. That food truck, it be making such a loud noise that it wakes. It sound like, kind of like drums. Boop, 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 like somebody taking a boop, 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 hitting a drum, and that's the truck. And then when I wake up and I get my computer, he always know when I'm getting this computer, 'cause I be trying to record it. I be trying to record that sound, but I do record it, but you can only hear it when you got on earphones. That's the only way you can hear it, but you don't hear that boop boop. You just hear just a steady sound, and he'll let that sound play for hours before he cut that truck off. About 4 or 5 more hours. But when it's doing that boop boop boop, I can feel it because it got a sound wave to it. I actually recorded the sound wave one time by accident. I had set my computer outside, and when I bring it back in, you can actually see the way the wall at the back door moving to the sound of that beat. I only did it one time. Only did it one time. But the thing is, you can't. This is some other type of sound. This is some other type of sound. And what makes it so bad, the people wants to hear it. They want to hear it. Because I overheard the guy asking him, was he not doing something? And he said, she's trying to record me. So I don't know what that conversation was about, but whatever it was, the guy was asking him about it. But it's loud. You can hear it in here, the whole all over the house. You can hear it. Oh, this itching is really about to get me. I got some clarifying shampoo that I put on my hair. I might have to put some on my body because this is making me itch. Yesterday, I actually kept feeling that electrical that's in here touching my skin. And everything I would touch, I could feel the electrical. So what they trying to do, I don't know what all they trying to do, but I heard this guy named the Papa Duck. He said a name. He said that they trying to make it where they can actually touch you. That whoever it is that's doing this can actually touch. They can actually touch you. And he said, now you know what that's going to come to or something like that. And I was telling him about the remote neural monitoring. And so I reckon he was saying they already raping us with it. You know. Because I used to wake up where I could actually smell male semen. It won't my body smell. It was male semen. You know. And when I said something about it, I stopped smelling it. And I don't know what that was about. All I know is that hot heat be going in my body. And I was wondering, can they actually, if that energy is going in my body, can they actually ejaculate inside of me? Because this is what I smell like. Male sperm. I know what male sperm smell like from my body. I don't have a smell. But I know male sperm, what it smell like. And they want my smell. That was a male sperm. So I don't know what that was about. And when I said something about it on a video, it stopped. So I don't know if they are able to do that or not. I don't see how, even though I don't see how they can do what they doing, but they doing it. Let me finish reading because there's a lot more. I don't know if I'm going to read all this stuff. There's That is the only way I can describe it. If you want to block this unwanted electrical device, okay, that's what I already doing it with the, but you don't know how to use them rare earth or magnet. I had a great big one. Them jokers is high. But when I brought mine, I can't remember where I brought it from, but it won't extremely high. But when I tried to find some more, I couldn't. They was too high. I couldn't buy them things. Cause I had the real big ones, and they did wherever I brought. I couldn't remember where I brought it from, but wherever I brought it from, they wasn't that high. Well, cause I brought two of them at one time, and then I brought another one. It wasn't as big. I was trying to get another big one, but it wasn't that big. There was two of them, but they weren't that big as the other two. Cause one of mine broke. Cause they kept sticking together, trying. And when you start trying to put them up, it dropped. And when it dropped, it just, I don't know what, just on my skin. I'm just itching. I hate itching. And then I can't soak in the tub because when I soak in the tub, I feel like I'm being attacked in my feet because where the water cup, the faucet at, something hot be hitting me on my feet coming out from the wall. So they really got this place rigged up big time. And then after we moved in, they clogged up everything where they had to go out there and open up something out in the road. And there ain't no telling what they put out there. There ain't no telling what they put down in the sewer, in the water system to attack us. So we've been on attack now for a year. A whole entire year. Cause we've been here a year and 2 months. But we was on attack 4 years at the other house. Cause we was in that house for 4 whole years. And the house before that, we was in that house for 2 years. Okay, it says sexual attacks. Many report the sensation of having their genitalia manipulated. Both men and women report this. It involves tingling, prickling, arousal, and pain of the genital area. It is a particularly disturbing and traumatic experience with the accompanying sensation of being severely violated. And it sure do. Given the artificial electronic nature of it, there is no question that it is not by any stretch a natural occurrence. It's showing, especially when you have decided you're going to be celibate. You know, you being celibate for years, and these jokers want to start sending crap in your vagina or in your rectum. Men, they send it in their rectum, and a heterosexual man don't want nothing going in their rectum. These people are monsters, pure monsters. They are. I mean, I ain't gonna say what's on my mind. I ain't gonna say it. Included this category would be electronic erectile dysfunction. Wait a minute, I gotta do something. Now, if you look at the wall back here, you can see all that movement. And on this wall here, there's a lot of moving. Mostly you have to put it on full screen. You put it on full screen, you can see it much better than a small screen. But that's what we have to live in. When we moved in here, this stuff was like this. Okay, compressed it. Vertebrae upon awakening. Extreme lower back tightness. And that's what I'm having now. Overall bone pain and bone throbbing and discomfort. They're messing up my spine, tell you the truth. They got my spine going outward like this. Because this where they uh on Fort Bragg they shot me in my spine. They with this technology that can go through the walls. And it's been some years ago. I was dating this guy, and he's not from here. He was staying somewhere else. And when he come here, he get a room on Fort Bragg, and he had took me shopping. I think he set it up for that. Uh, either they uh either they set him up. But anyway, after we left the whatever they call that place where you go shopping at, he said he had a bad headache, and so we went back to his room, and he took some for a headache, but it didn't work. So he asked me did I have any goody powders, which I kept with goody powders. I still buy a big box of goody powders because I get headaches real bad for pain. And so I gave him a goody powder, and he lay down and he went to sleep. Didn't wake up till the next day. So while he was asleep, I laid on the other side of the bed and watched television. And evidently I dozed off, but I woke up to I actually could hear them when they were setting the thing up because I kept hearing something in the next room over against the wall. And but I didn't know what it was at the time. But then I started, when I woke up, I could hear it. It was shooting like a machine gun and hitting me in my spine, hitting me in the back of my body. So I got up and I got dressed and I sat at the other end of the room. So he was getting shot, I reckon. I don't know. And by the time he woke up, I was dressed. So I don't know exactly if he meant for that to happen, but I know he used to set me up like we go to the restaurant. Everybody in there at the whole entire restaurant will be gang stalkers. We come outside and they do a little skit doing all that loud talking like somebody about to fight or something. Everybody on the outside were gang stalkers. And so I just asked him, was he a gang stalker? He swore out he won't, but he was lying. He was. I actually think that he was a trainer of them shooting. He was training them to shoot those weapons and stuff. And I was the exam. I think I was the exam. So I quit. I told him last time he called me, it's been some years ago. He called me, told me he was coming. I said, well, I'm not going nowhere. So I never did see it. He didn't even come, which I didn't care. I had made up in my mind, this man is setting me up to be hurt, you know. But there, I don't need no relationship, a man in my life. Not if he coming to hurt me. I don't need that. Which I didn't have no intentions of being in that type of relationship in the first place. So when I met him, we were just friends, and we would just go riding and sit around and watch television. And then he got mad with me and quit coming. And then it was the next year he started back coming, and things went from there. So I don't date no more because I can't trust a man to respect the fact that I'm celibate and I want to stay that way until I'm married. If I never married, then I don't never want to come out from being celibate. I don't have a problem with being celibate. I kind of like it. I actually do like being celibate. Because I don't have to worry about no man using me for his pleasure. So I don't have no problem with that. I get lonely sometimes just for conversation. But it ain't that important. Conversation not that important. Um, I talk on the phone sometimes. But I'm not really a phone person. I'm not big on talking on the phone. But it's better than nothing. You know, it helps you not be lonely or whatever. But see, these devils, they try to make you have sexual desires because of this technology in our body. They try to make us feel stuff, and for people that you're not even attracted to. That's what really pisses me off. But they try to make you feel sexual towards somebody that you're not even attracted to. I used to be in church and I couldn't figure out what in the world is going on with my body. And I could look at somebody and then it just in my stomach, it would always be in my stomach, not my private part. And that's why I couldn't figure out, but I didn't know about gang stalking. I didn't know what was going on. And this stuff will really run you crazy. There are a lot of people that we thought was paranoid or had some kind of mental, that's what the doctors would say, but the doctors, they know people being attacked. They know. And rewriting these people off as mentally disturbed when they being attacked by technology. Just like right now, I'm looking at my security system, and I'm seeing a car, something over there with these bright lights that's pointed over here in our backyard. See, these are the kind of devils right there that that car need to blow up. Just blow up and burn it behind up. Just blow up. And that's what I wish. I really do wish some of these cars just start blowing up for no reason. Just blow up. When you are attacking somebody for no reason, your car need to blow up for no reason. Or hit a pole, light pole or something. And maybe that'll scare all the rest of them when these gang stalkers start having these strange accidents. And maybe it'll start scaring them. They'll leave us alone because we don't bother nobody. Now he been sitting, that light been sitting over there on for a long time. And that's what they do. They'll sit for hours. I have times 4 and 5 hours they'll sit with these lights on. Now who sits with the lights on like that? What kind of people you so mean and evil that you want to hurt somebody? You will just sit in your car with these direct energy lights on your car, knowing this stuff can really hurt a person, can cause serious sickness in a person. And you would do it. Just like them devils across the street over there. Every one of these cars over here do that. Every one of these houses over there. This is what they do. They even rewiring the house so that the porch light can release this stuff. Now what kind of monsters do stuff like that? These are monsters, pure monsters. I don't even want to call them human. They are monsters. And I really wish that car would blow up. Because that's a monster. That's not a human. That's a pure monster over there doing that. You can see the light on our trash bin. And sometimes I look at the trash bin because you keep one of them up so that I don't have to go all the way out there because they be shooting at me. And you can see the light shine, come up. I be trying to figure out where is that light coming from. So I don't know if it's coming from off the people on the ground or if it's up something up in the sky. Because I do know flying saucers be out there, flying over our homes. And you can't hear, they have no sound to them. Because I stood outside one night and I watched it. I watched it come down from the sky and watched it come down and cut the lights off. It was a silver flying saucer, brown. And it had no sound. I'm standing there. It was maybe some houses down, 4 houses down from where I was standing. And I stood and watched it. Let me get back to this. Okay. Since I don't know if I read this or not, but if I did, I'm going to read it again. Since sensitivity to sound. This is due to the overall saturation of the brain with EMF and ELF and demodulation on the temporal lobe of the brain closest to ears. Over time, the use of high energy can break down the brain and hearing completely. Depression, mood changes, EMFs are most commonly the cause of this. Wait a minute, what's that? Is that electro frequency? No. ELF. What's ELF stand for? Whatever it stands for, whatever. Since a person cannot hear the frequency, instead, a person can only feel a heaviness and pressure in both body and mind. Minor spasms and charley horses. These symptoms occur when something is aimed at the body or by signals interpreted by our brains in relation to the body part. Piercing sensation on skin. This involves the feeling that the skin is being pierced by a needle. Yep, that's what I was getting when that joker was shooting at me. It felt like mosquito bites or something. Every night, you two cats. What time is it? 7. They two cats I keep seeing. They be outside until daybreak. And then they go home. They sit in our yard. They did it yesterday morning. And they doing it again this morning. They sit in our yard until daybreak. And then they go home. Because it's 7:04 now. And I watched them do that yesterday. Now, there was 2 rabbits. I do believe they being sent. Some lady wanted to, I guess she called herself poking fun or something. But I know what I see. And I have seen spirit animals. I've seen roaches. I've seen rats. But these things here, they're not disappearing. They leaving, going down the street. But that don't mean that they not being sent. Because witches do send animals. And I do believe some of the people that's on my channel are witches. I do believe that with all my heart. Some of the women are witches. Anyway, I don't know why they want, I don't know. They just some bad stuff going on. I don't know why anybody want to be a witch. I really don't know why anyone would want to be a witch. You got people that just want some kind of power. They don't care where the power comes from. I don't want that power. Y'all can take that power and shove it. Because I don't want no parts of Satan. I don't want no parts of witchcraft, sorcery, alchemy, theosophy. I don't want to be no supernatural human. Only if it's coming from the Holy Ghost in me. If God is making me that way, fine. But he don't just make people that way. You got to, I say earn it. Because you got to walk in obedience. Your obedience earned you the gifts to open up. And God got to see that you're gonna use them for his purpose. For his glory, not our glory. And see, people start using the power of the Holy Ghost for their own glory. And when I was in church, now God started opening things up to me. And when I backslid, he shut me down, which I'm glad. Because I'll be out here fake like the rest of them. Fake. Just fake. And I don't want to be fake. But I'm fine. You know, if God see fit for me to open things up to me again, then he'll open them up. If not, then just because I ain't doing what he want me to do. You know. Just making these videos maybe not good enough. Doing reading the scripture on the and putting it out on YouTube might not be enough for God. So I don't know. Okay. Piercing sensation on skin. This involves the feeling that the skin is being pierced by a needle. Some report this as painful while others only experience it mildly. To me, it feel like something pinching you, but it feel like insect bite. That's what it felt like to me. And that's what I thought it was. I thought the mosquito would turn me up until I saw the man on video running out. He would be running out of his house and go in the back of his house. He had something set up in the back of his backyard where he can shoot across the fence. Now we in our yard. He in his. He inside his house. He coming outside to shoot at us. But we not bothering him. We not even thinking twice about him. And I just wish I could have got past that fence and whooped his behind or took something and busted him in his head. Because we not bothering him. We not bothering nobody. We just in the backyard and trying to just be in the backyard. I could take out trash. Here he come. And I had cameras on the top of our house so that I could video who was bothering us and get proof that we was under attack. And every time I have my cameras, I had a battery that recharges, and I go out to recharge the batteries. He'll attack me. And I had a lot of it on my computer, and somebody deleted it off. So I don't know if it was somebody within my home or somebody had my computer hijacked. You know, I don't know who did it. But they took a lot of information that I needed off my computer. So I started getting these external storages. And so that's why I'm putting my video on now. But see, those videos, I had nothing but proof. Pure proof. You can actually see him, the top of his head, and he was like coming out of that wide open, so he could shoot me. Craziness. Okay, light burning sensation over the arms and legs, finding burn marks on the arms, neck, legs, stomach, anywhere for that matter. I had some little red spots on my legs. If a microwave weapon is being used, burns are common. Internal burning sensations occurred in this category and in this instance can be lethal because your internal organs are being cooked. Exactly. That's what I'm being done. Cooked. I could actually smell me cooking. Smell like uncooked, unsalted food. It ain't funny, but sometimes I tickle my own self. That's what it be smell like. Smell like you done cook some meat and then put no seasoning in it. The U.S. military uses a non-lethal weapon called an active denial system that employs millimeters waves, which are a type of microwave, contrary to what the military websites say, to heat up the surface of a person's skin. Inability to concentrate again from demodulation and high frequencies and tearing down of brain tissues. Long-term effect are short-term with head covering and protection. Loss of memory, fogginess, forgetfulness, also due to demodulation in frequencies secondary to electromagnetic radiation and high saturation levels of radiation on the brain, and to how our brain receives signals in the temporal lobe. Mild pressure in the head, a cloudy feeling should be included in the. See, that's what they hit me with now, cause I be hit. It just be weird, a weird feeling. Like yesterday, I just felt weird all day yesterday, and I knew I was under attack, and I just was feeling some kind of. I actually went to sleep yesterday. I don't like sleeping in the daytime, but I actually went to sleep yesterday, and I just felt weird, just not crazy, but I don't know what that feeling was. Well, I just I didn't feel like myself, and I'm getting it more. Uh, I take that body butter and I just rub my head with it, put all in my scalp on my head, and just breathe me down. I be just breathe down, and but yesterday I just was feeling some kind of way, and my daughter came in here and asked me how was I feeling. I told her I don't know. I just a weird feeling, and I've been getting it a lot lately. I could tell when they just hit my head, really hit my head, and they doing it more and more. That's why I try to, you know, talk to my sister, see how she doing. 'Cause I know I know they attacking her, and she already can't do nothing. But lady, she can't even do nothing. My daughter got her up out the bed yesterday, not yesterday, day before yesterday. She couldn't even hold herself up. She kept falling over, and I had to keep pulling her up, back up. Um, but I mean, how can you do a person that like that? Where you just taking everything from them, and then you got this man that's in Canada. He want to start killing people when they're in that state. When they the one putting people in that state, you know, they put people in that state, and then they want to just go ahead and kill them. This is some wicked, wicked, wicked times. I can't even say wicked enough times. Okay, let me go back. Mild pressure in the head or cloudy feelings will be included in this symptom. Night sweats and also day sweats, even in cool air because they're hitting you with heat, air condition. Sensitivity of ear to the touch. I get some kind of weird feeling inside my ear like it's coated with something. Burning feeling in the ear or earlobe. Upon waking, finding that the muscles of the back are tingling as if electrified. There's a lot of information, boy. GERD, difficulty in swallowing, other stomach esophagus, 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 and intestinal problems. diarrhea, several severe arthritis. Now this they make it start to make me have pain, tightness, muscle tightness, and especially in my back. Muscle aches and bones aches, blurred eyesight. I'm having that my blurred eyesight. They may not improve with prescription eyewear. Teeth snap together when drowsy, grinding of teeth, and tooth pain in the morning. I have problem. My teeth, they just broke out, just cracked. They just cracked, and then the tip of my teeth are hollow. They just hollow, but my teeth just started cracking out. They just cracked until they cracked all the way up to my gum. And I had to go to that dentist. I sure didn't want to go to him, and I hate that I did go to him because he let them people talk him into put something in my gums. Because I could tell this woman she's a cop or something, because she had that little arrogancy about her. You know, people with these high jobs, it makes me sick. Pure sick to my stomach. Because they think they so much and they ain't nothing. You're just nothing but devils, pure monsters. That's what you are, a monster. Especially women. Women get these jobs and they just act like a pure man. So that's how she was acting. Like she's something. Okay, sleep deprivation, loss of sleep. This is commonly reported and achieved any number of ways, but usually involving excessive noise and demodulation and waves of energy being sent into your head from above. Yep, them jokers up there, they be attacking. That's what them little flying things be flying around, look like a bunch of bugs and stuff, because this is coming from up there. I went out there about 2 or 3 nights ago. Uh, every time the dogs go outside, them things start flying, and then as long as the dog outside, it just look like you can't hardly see outside from them things. So I went outside, and you don't see nothing. Don't see nothing. But I could see them things up in the sky. The lights were just blanking, just blanking, just blanking, just blanking. And there was a lot of them up there too. The real big one is the one that was doing all the blinking. But there were other ones up there too. They weren't as big as that one. So I reckon that's the mothership or something. I don't know. Um. Oh. Okay. Sleep deprivation, loss of sleep that is commonly reported and achieved any number of ways, but usually involve excessive noise and demodulation, the wave of energy being sent into your head from above through the mattress under you or floor you are laying on. That's what I keep telling people. I don't know why people always trying to tell me what I'm going through. And I'm telling you, I'm saying it's coming out from under the floor. There's something under this floor. I'm hitting it. I'm feeling it hitting me right in my private area. And they always feel like they got a right to tell me what I'm going through. And it pisses me off. I don't want to get mad with people. But it really pisses me off when you trying to tell me what I'm going through. What's being done to me. When I'm trying to tell you what I'm going through. I can't tell somebody else what they're going through. I can only tell you what I'm going through. And you're not going to tell me what I'm going through when you don't feel what I feel. And it pisses me off when people do that. I get tired of people that think they know everything, but you don't know everything. You just don't know everything. And that's that. And it really pisses me off. I get tired of people thinking they know every single thing. You don't know everything. Just like I don't know everything. I can tell you what's going on with me, but I can't tell you what's going on with you. And I get tired of that. Anxiety attack. Many people experience a racing, pounding heart just as they are about to go to sleep. Yep, I've heard that too. Nails become wavery. Water and cellulite accumulations on the upper thigh. Yep, got some of that. Bottom from cellular fluid. Because it causes your skin to dehydrate. It's causing you to have dehydration. My neck, because that stuff would be right there in my throat. That heat. Okay, let me. Botox from cellular fluid displaced, generally from the head and upper body, especially in women, where those fluid find ready redistribution in those areas. Changes in the tone of the internal voice. Yep, my voice got heavier. Like confusion, whether it is your own thoughts or not. Hell, that too. This sure don't be my thoughts. Some of the stuff be popping up in my head. Waking up in extreme pain, spontaneous tears without emotion, thinking, breaking down and crying and not knowing why. Sinus problem. Hell, did a lot. Pure boogers, big old jokers in my nose. Sinus problems. Those who suffer from sinus problems report it to the very painful and agitating in the sinus, filling up and pushing, often preventing sleep from occurring. I have to put that uh, menthol in my nose and rub my nose and just put it all in my nose so I can breathe this almost every night. Then I forget it's in there and I be talking to my children. They say, Mama, you got a booger. I said, that ain't no booger. That's not a booger. That's that menthol. I forget it. I just have it. I be wanting to breathe. I don't be caring how it's up there. As long as I can breathe. Increased need to urinate during the night. Don't get this confused, however, with your own history of going to the bathroom frequently at night. Some people just have bladder that want to empty often. That's me, commonly referred to as overactive bladder. Feeling puff of air on the face, yep, and back, side of head in the private area too, due to demodulation. I get that in my feet. But why they got all of this up under this house? Because I could go in my sister's room. I could go, like, if I'm standing still, I could just start feeling puff of air. And I got on shoes, but I'm feeling that puff of air going in my feet. Due to the modulation of energy near the surface of the skin. The modulation is probably only mostly felt somewhere on the skull and not as well. No, that ain't true. This is because the modulation of energy is used to break down brain tissue and tissue in the face and eyes. I told you, I could feel my skin. I thought it was my muscles. That's what it feel like. It's my muscles, facial muscles, and in under my neck, just hanging. This is due to them doing this to me. This is because demodulation of energy is used to break down brain tissues and tissues in the face and eyes. As far as the head, first demodulation I don't know what this stands for. PFFFT, sound, poof, piff, sound, and feeling, and then normally V2K voice to skull commands, and normally in that order. Hearing voice are abnormal sounds. About half of the targeted people hear a voice. Now, that's what I got back in the 80s. Back in the 80s, I started hearing voices. I think I got that first. Back in the 80s, I was having problem with my heart, hearing the voices, and hearing sounds. Because it would be sounding like somebody in the kitchen cooking. You could just hear pot rattling. And my heart would just beat so till my body would jerk. I could actually see my body jerking. And then it would wake me up out of my sleep. I wonder who the heck was targeting me way back in the 80s in that little town. We only had one red light. I mean, I could walk all over town. That's how I stayed so small, because I walked all the time. Never owned a car. I never had my driver's license because I walked. I could walk because everywhere I need to go, I could walk to it. And that's what I did. I walked everywhere I went. Unless I had to go out of town, but in town, because our town was so small. So somebody was attacking me. In that little small town. Anyway, here, okay. Okay, hearing voices are abnormal sounds. About half of the targeted people hear voices and unwanted sounds, like clanging bells. For example, I heard I call it a bullhorn. Bom, 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 bom. Then I hear sizzling, a consonant, like how it used to be when the TV go off, you'll hear like some kind of little sizzling, little sounding noise. The voice heard by targets are often identified to be voices of those who are perpetuate, uh, perpetuating the crime. The technology exists to transmit sound inside people's heads, bypassing the ears altogether. Wow. The attacks by demodulation on the brain come first, then a neurophone is used to send signals. Neurophones are devices that can convert spoken words into frequencies or signals, which are sent at the side of the skull, where the temporal lobe interprets the signal as modulation of voice. Some reports hearing the voice outside of their heads, as though there is a speaker inside their home somewhere. Microwave induction neurophones neurophones are the weapons of choice in throwing sounds at an intended target. Sensation that blood is trickling into localized areas of the brain and other parts of the body. This feeling is akin to the impression that these areas were devoid of blood. Street theater. Some people experience what is called street theater. I've had that too. A form of harassment that involves multiple stalkers participating in an aggressive. The target very often involves noise campaigns. This will probably be done with other neighbors witnessing the display of aggravated hostility, making it seem or appear that the target deserves the intended abuse. Okay, computer problems. Although victims are certainly not alone in having computer problems, they report frequent issues with emails as well as general computer use. They just tore mine up. Um, like computers are cheap. Also, areas of problems are text messages and phone calls. Y'all get them all day. Your stalkers are most often nearby with a police stingray or a fake cell phone tower and can intercept your calls and watch your browser history. Yeah, they'll actually have your phone calls going to them and they pretend to be the people that you're trying to call and have access to your information because they FBI, CIA, a Homeland Security, some government agency. These are real, true government agencies that can intercept your phone calls and make it where you can't call whoever you're trying to call. This is what they do. Best bet, purchase a virtual VPN and do not use bank accounts or anything personal while using wireless your cell phone. Use a hardwired connection when doing anything personal. Also, make sure you have an anti-identity theft. Purchased it to protect your SSN and that's your social security number, and always search your background or do a background check on yourself to make sure that someone is not trying to destroy your life. Yeah, they're just trying to destroy our life. The gang stalkers for the whole country to see. Yes, they are. They trying to destroy our life. Every little detail about our life. The devils are trying to, because that's what they are, devils. Anybody that do this gang stalker stuff is a pure natural born devil, a pure monster. Destruction of property. Items are vandalized, but not to the degree that it would appear to be vandalism to someone else. This technique is called gaslighting and is a form of subtle revenge. The purpose is to incur numerous small costs over time to target the individuals, like putting nails in the driveway every other day and causing reoccurring flat tires, thereby raising street level. The gaslighting also helps to undermine a person psychologically by creating a sense of self-doubt and insecurity. I'm about tired of this here. It's a lot. Okay, your home being broken into and things being found out of place. Food is tampered with, tainted, cloths are ripped or torn. This method of harassment is a recurring method of attack by gang members breaking in your house against the law. Everything they do is against the law, but see, the police the one got them doing it. The sheriff department, the government. Now, if somebody has happened to be there and shoot the crap out of one of them, they'll quit. Thinking they can just keep doing stuff to us, but see, they know when we gone. They know when we home. But you got some that's just that crazy that you home and they still trying to mess with you, because I had them trying to break in on me from the ceiling, because they will go from, okay, my place is a duplex. They would go from one side of the duplex to, from their side to my side, and I had this guy to put latches on the door to go up into the ceiling. And then I had a nut trying to pry it open. But he just didn't know you didn't want to come down in this apartment. Not while I'm home. But you didn't want to come down because I was waiting on you. And you wouldn't have been happy. You sure enough would not have been happy when you left out of there. So you're gonna try to come in on me, pry open, and I'm listening to you. I'm just gonna stand there and let you come in on me, and I not do nothing. I had something waiting on him, and he was gonna hurt real bad for the rest of his life if he came in on me. Cause I don't bother people. I mind my business. If I could do anything to help you, I do it. If I don't like you, you don't have to worry about me. If I don't like you, you won't hear a sound out of me unless I'm praying or singing. That's about it. This is done most often by the locksmith, who is also a game stopper. Everybody's about to be a game stopper except for the TIs. This person can get in or allow another game stalker to get in and out of your house without detection, and can only be stopped with a good door jam or window jam, which force a stalker to enter, break glass, and be found out, or to walk away from the intended goal with plans of going at you from a different direction. And they was trying to come in all kind of ways at my house. Cause see, when I moved in there, I got some stuff to nail my windows together, and they were jammed. And then I put a whole bunch of books at my fireplace, so that if you come in there, you have to knock all those books out the way. But I think they were trying to come in because I kept seeing where dirt from the fireplace was falling down. So they probably were trying to come in through the fireplace. But I heard her telling him to go in like he did some other person's house. And he said he can't because she got something up to it. I sure did. I hear everything uh locked up and stuff, and all my doors except for the front door. But I had a camera at the front door and at the back door, and this guy kept being on my porch. But I had him on video too, and he was connected to the people that was hooked on to me. But why are you on my porch? What you doing on my porch? He was getting that signal. Because somehow, some kind of way, they found out that you could put in a code, and it had to be the people that I brought the cameras from to tell that. They were putting a code that would make my camera not record. That's why I didn't get that kind this time. I got the hardwired one. So them wireless one, the people that you buy your cameras from are gang stalkers. So they let the other gang stalkers know how to make your camera not work. And I liked those cameras too, because I could point it up in the sky and see what was going on up in the sky. There were all kind of stuff going up in that sky. And in the clouds and stuff. That's why I said these ain't no real clouds, because they had faces. I got one that was a witch face. And then I looked some of the other ones, I don't still have them where they was changing. They was changing, the clouds were changing faces. Or like a werewolf, and it'll change to something else, then it's a change to something else. This I'm about tired of reading that. Maybe I could just put it on pause. I wonder if I put it on pause, we just stay there until I come back again. Cause it's a lot. Okay, this is done okay, I don't read it. Plan of going it from the different direction. Yeah, I don't read it. So I'm gonna stop right there. I already read it. And I don't know, I done been on here an hour. Let me look at it some more, see any important stuff that I really need to pull out. You might also buy a SD card camera, not wireless, to catch any. They say not wireless, because the wireless when they, the only reason that wireless are good because you can set it anywhere, in any position. Second stage signs. Burning sensation on the skin. Microwave weaponry is to blame for this. There ain't that much left. I'm just take a break. Let me see if I can find where I was. 2-eye redness can be from sheer exhaustion. No, I already read it. I might can't find where I was. Reason for the symptoms to keep you from falling asleep. Sexual type. I already read it. Okay. I think this is Street Theories read it. Destruction of property. Okay, this is about where I was. This is done most often about, okay, this is where I was. Right here. Okay, so I'm going to just take a break. So there's not a whole lot more. I'm tired of reading that. Let's see. How can I? I'm going to just put it on pause. Okay, I'm back. I can't relax unless I finish. I was trying to relax, but I can't. So I did get me a cup of coffee and half a turkey sandwich. And so now maybe I can go ahead and finish, because not a whole lot more information. Okay. I'm ready to make some more soap. I ran out of my coconut oil, so I got to wait till I get it. I ordered some from the grocery store, but they didn't even send it with my stuff. So I don't know where it's coming from. I'm quite sure they got coconut oil in the store. I don't know. Okay, you might also buy a SD card camera, not wireless, to catch any movement. Normal wireless security measures and cameras can be hacked into by an adept game stalker. Now I can tell you from experience that stalkers have the capability to stop your camera from filming. I've had that done. Filming them. This I know because it has happened to me about 20 times. It happened to me too, especially the wireless one. I will film a situation. I actually tell you the truth, even your phone. Because one day I was at my house and I was raking the yard, and this woman, and I guess that was her mama, was walking, and they pure stopped and sat on one of those electrical green box things that's everywhere, and just sat down and was looking over there at me. So it pissed me off, and I went and sat down too, and I started filming them on my phone. Then I knew if I go sit down, my security camera would film them. Well, when I checked the security camera and I checked the my phone, it didn't show them sitting down. It showed them walking down the street. Now I know I was recording while she was sitting down. She got mad and snatched her head up and walked. And there's another lady. Every time I rake the yard over there, she's in a silver car. She'll ride by and then she'll stop and then she'll pull up a little further. That's the same woman I went to get my nail done a couple of years ago. That I haven't went back to get my nail done no more since then. Where I got a pedicure. But my daughter did it for my birthday, July 4th. And she there attacking me. So when I come out the place, she was trying to get away so fast she about to wreck. I said, what is wrong with this crazy? This woman is really crazy. You in a car. I can't run you down. I already see who you are. And it's the same woman that was be passing by my apartment when I'm outside wrecking the yard. The same woman. But she was actually attacking me because I could feel the pain. And then the woman that owned the building, she comes. This was a black lady. She comes in, and I could feel her talking about me. I actually could, because I didn't even know who she was, and then she came in where we was and just stood there and stared at me. You know, these people are really sick in the head. I mean, really. And you think you laughing at me, honey? You laugh at yourself when you in hell with them serpents. Because Kundalini is nothing but serpent spirits. And these people opening up themselves trying to get this power, but it ain't your power. It's just demons' power that's you allowing to get in you. I don't want that power. I don't want no demons in me. That's why I pray every day, and I don't know if they in me or not, but I be binding them up and loosing them out of me. I ain't taking no chances. When I feel something that don't feel right, I start binding, loosen. I ain't gonna bind it and not loose it. You got to leave my body. That's why whatever when this stuff is in me in the morning time, I can feel stuff shaking in me. I start calling on the blood of Jesus, the blood that rubbing my body. I applying the blood of Jesus, the blood of Jesus, the blood of Jesus, the blood of Jesus. And I call on, ask God to send the fire of God to burn this stuff out of me. I'm not keeping nothing in me that's not of God. I don't want no parts of Satan. I don't want no parts of his demons. I don't want no parts of the fallen angels. I don't want no parts of the seed of Satan. No parts of you. None. And y'all that silly that y'all got to have power and you don't care where the power coming from, that's on y'all. I don't want it. I don't want Satan riches because it costs you your life. I saw a video that this guy had. He was talking about Nelly. I don't really know Nelly. I see pictures of him. I don't listen to his music. But it's showing him doing the devil horns. And he looked like he was a pure devil. He looked like a devil. He was rolling his eyes in the back of his head. And he looked pure demonic. Like he's possessed with demons. I don't want them. I don't want keep your money, Satan. I don't want it. I don't want nothing that Satan got. Not nothing. And these people, I mean, how desperate can you be? Golly, that you got to make a deal with the devil. That's going to cause your soul salvation. Making a deal with the devil. That you want money. I saw this dude. He's being gangster. But he talking about becoming a gangster. Because he going through. And he wants to stop going through. He wants to make money. And all this time. You talking about selling his soul to. You're crazy. I mean, really, you're crazy. There ain't that much money on this earth that I want. That I got to sell my soul to the devil. I don't want nothing that the devil got. He done had too much of my life already. I don't want his money. I don't want his mansions. I don't want his beautiful cars, his beautiful purses and pocketbooks and shoes. I don't want none of it. None of it. If I got to sell my soul to get it. If I got to receive a demon in my body in order to get it, I don't want it. Because when I get dressed up in a pair of shoes that cost me less than $100, and I get dressed up in a pair of shoes that cost me $1,000, I got the same face, the same body, the same hair, the same everything, the same attitude. It's just people gonna look at me as though with a certain way, but I don't care about what people look at me, cause they're gonna think I got money, and I don't. That's why I don't have no shoes that cost $1,000. If I had money, I don't think I want no shoes that cost $1,000. I'm stingy. I really am. I'm not stingy, because I've seen some people way stingier than me. Golly. But I like to shop that makes sense. I make payments, and I shop by sales. I'll watch something until it go down on the low scale, and then I buy it. Then I'm gonna make payments. I'm not just gonna go to pull out. I don't even want to buy something that costs $70 straight out. I want to make payments over time. That's me. That's where I shop. Because with the other money, I could be doing other things with it. Just the way I shop. And I got plenty of shoes. I got plenty of clothes. And so I got to get this weight off of me so I can get in my clothes. Because these people, they just, I don't know who it is. Some evil, wicked person just wants to see me fat. Just got me swole up. And it could be it could be him. I don't know. It's making me swell up so big. And it could be him. It could be him. Could be. I don't know. I don't know who it is. All I know, at 5 years ago, they started attacking me from the underground. Before that, I was being attacked. But I was being attacked by something they was sending with their hands. They would do like that. And I don't know all the other stuff. All I know, around 3 o'clock in the morning, I hear a loud noise. And then I feel pain in my stomach. And it felt like I was passing blood. And I would just take my hand. I said, the blood of Jesus. The blood of Jesus. And I just do like that. And it would stop. And I was using my faith that I'm pulling this crap out of my body. But I don't know. I don't know what all these people were hitting me with. All I know, every morning around 3 a.m. in the morning, it would happen. So I don't know who all was attacking me. I don't know if it was the flying saucers hitting me with something. I don't know. All I know is what I saw. I do know that somebody was Well, I can't say that. I don't. I have seen that man do something with his hands and something flew. But that time, that man didn't hit me. He hit my daughter's car, and her car tore up. I had that happen twice. Two different daughters that they did their hands, and they sent something to hit my daughter's car. Both their car tore up. And that's why I know they's involved in alchemy. Her alchemy used those same symbols that that guy was uh, cutting in our cement. Everywhere there was cement, he had symbols. Everywhere there was symbols. We had a two-car driveway that from the driveway was a sidewalk that went to the front door. He had symbols all the way to our front door, right at the back door, all on the from the garage door all the way out to the streets. That's what this idiot was doing. I mean, this man is sick in the head. These people are really sick, sick, sick. I can't express it enough how sick they are. But anyway, let me finish reading so I'll be through with that. Because I'll be talking about these people. I'll be talking forever. I got to get them off my mind because I wouldn't want to die talking about them. Okay. Now I can tell you from experience, the stalkers have the capability to stop your cat. Okay, I done read it, and that's the God honest truth. Cause I've seen them do it. I'll be outside, and they'll stop their car and start doing something and punching something in their phone. So I go look at my security system on my computer because I would go to the site where my not my computer, my cameras be filming, and it would be there. A few times, even the real estate agency, when she would come up, she would put something in where it wouldn't record her. And she was talking about she had to take aspirin. Woman, I'm standing at the door looking at you. You're not taking no aspirin. You got your cell phone in your hands, punching in some numbers. So I know you are a liar. But it would not record her. When you would drive up in our driveway, that camera will record you. Never will record her. We was out there the first time she came because there was something up in our ceiling with someone up in our ceiling because there was something up there. There was an animal up there too, but I knew the difference in an animal and a human being. There was people crawling around up in that ceiling, and she was saying that it could be a squirrel. So I said, no, that's too big to be a squirrel. And squirrels don't wear boots. Raccoons don't wear boots. Possums don't wear boots. I'm hearing they boots, not shoes, boots hitting the ceiling. So whoever was want experiencing and crawling up in the ceiling with their feet. Because their feet kept hitting the ceiling. And I'm listening to it. They had something up there when we moved in there that would follow me all through the house. I could hear something rolling back and forth. I go out in the garage, I would hear it go out there too. But I knew there was some people out there too because I could hear them. And I can't, what really bothered me so bad is that my children know me all my life, all day life, but not all my life. They know me all day life. And have you ever known me to just be crazy? Till I don't know nothing. Everything is a lie. For you to, when I'm trying to tell you there's somebody up in that ceiling, when I'm trying to tell you I'm under attack, that you don't believe nothing I'm saying. And you trying to make me feel like I'm crazy. There's no way I would do my mama like that. I didn't even do my sister like that. When she told me she hear wind in her head, I believed her. I believed everything she told me. She said she could see people coming in through her walls. I believed her. That's why I'm still trying to tap her. Because I believe her. And now I know why she was seeing things coming through the walls. Now I know why she was hearing the wind in her head. Now I know because I'm going through the same thing. I done seen something come through the walls at my house. My house is the same house she was living in. She lived there for 2 years before I got the house. We had to get her out of there because she was cooking, forgot she was cooking, and just about to set the house on fire. And she was talking about committing suicide and all this kind of stuff. So we had to get her. And then when I saw they had opened it back up, I got the place. And yes, there was somebody standing there looking at me. When I saw, they popped away. but I know that it wasn't no astral traveler. That was somebody, the military people shining something through the wall. And that's what they would do, because everybody that live in that house is nothing but military. Nothing but military stay in that house. And the house that I got from the second house that my sister had, they were military, stayed across the street. Nothing but military. Nothing but military. And these people are just, when war break loose in America, America is going to lose because God is not with us. People can say all they want to that God is with America. You're a liar and the truth ain't in you. God is not with America no more. And when war break out, we will lose. Our people will lose because they are pure demonic. When you're attacking your own citizens for nothing, because you all want to do some witchcraft, sorcery, alchemy, theosophy, any type of esoteric practice you can do, voodoo, hoodoo, anything. That's what our military is doing. Our government, they're not even human. Let me get back on because I'm getting pissed off. I don't need to get pissed off. They don't even care nothing about our children. Now they got the little boy, a little 6-year-old shot the teacher. Then they got a little 4-year-old pointing the gun out in the hallway. This is trying to lock away your children. This is something planned. Why he didn't kill the teacher? Why could a little 4-year-old ain't shot nobody? This woman caught herself videoing somebody through a peephole. You can't video no child and get all of that with what they had through no peephole. People is just crazy. Just right down crazy. You gonna call the police on a 4-year-old child. And the daddy standing there with the drawers on when the police go, but all you see is purple. You see purple this, purple that. This is them talking without speaking. I'm glad I watched Fred Child Pearson, because he taught me they look at colors, look at numbers, look at the actions of the people. And that's what I do. And these people, I mean, it don't even make no sense. It just don't make no sense that you want to use children just so you can get guns away from people so that we can't fight back from what y'all doing. Because you don't want people shooting back. Y'all talking about a non-touch. What's non-touch? We be in touch. We be in touch with frequency. We be in touch with energy. We be in touch with V2K. With remote neuron monitoring. Being raped by remote neuron monitoring. Sodomized. We being hit with direct energy, radio frequency, microwave frequency, Wi-Fi frequency, electromagnetic frequency. How is that non-touch when we being touched? If I get a gun and shoot you in your forehead, my hand didn't touch you, only the bullet. So is that non-touch? Why are there so many people in prison that's for murder? They didn't touch the people, the bullet did. Just like the frequency is touching us, the energies are touching us. But you call it non-touch. We didn't touch that bullet, but our hands didn't touch them people. Or the people that's in prison, they didn't touch the people when they shot them. So why they ain't locked up? What make your killing different than they killing? What make your breaking in people's homes, stealing out of their house any different than somebody else stealing and taking out of their house? You poisoning people. People getting sick, about to die or die. What make your poisoning any different than somebody else poisoning somebody? What make your spying in people's houses any different than a people in town spying in somebody's house? You making people sick. Look, just taking everything. Now you're stealing our money out of the bank. Let me finish reading. I'm getting pissed off, Lord. Oh, Lord. Okay, now I can tell you from... Oh, I haven't read it. I will film a situation involving the gang stalkers using an SD card camera. Then when I check the camera and the SD card, the footage up to capturing my gang stalkers on film is there, but the actual activity that I wanted to see was missing entirely. Yes, and I've had that happen too. This happened to me with overflying aircraft that are involved as well. I will have the video up to the plane helicopter overhead, and then only the footage after the craft has passed is present. The actual footage of the aircraft flying over is entirely missing between beginning and end, because they doing something to it. The people who you buy the cameras from, the one who's supposed to be monitoring the cameras, are changing, deleting stuff. I know for a fact they doing it, because I was having a problem with my camera and I called up the company. I'm on the phone with them. So the guy was telling me what to do, and I had already did it one time before where he was going through my information on my computer. So this time I told him, I said, well, I don't want you to have access to my computer. He said, no, ma'am, I won't have access to your computer. So I did what he told me. And that's the next thing I know, I'm seeing the little pointers. I said, what? I said, you told me you would have access to my computer. And he hung up on me. So I know that these jokers are liars, and they'll lie to you, be on your phone, hijack your computer and your cameras. Okay, I am... Let me see. Look at the actual footage of the aircraft. Okay, I'll read it. I am guessing they are using sophisticated equipment that can jam black out. No, they got a code. I've seen them do it. And they have to get the code from the company that you brought your camera from. I've seen them do it. They'll start punching in their cell phone. That cell phone is a weapon, because they'll point their cell phone at you. I've seen them do to me like that too. I've seen them putting in stuff, taking and putting in some kind of code or something. My camera don't video them. I felt them hitting me with something, pointing their cell phone, and I'm feeling this stuff, whatever it is that they do, pointing. I don't know what all I do. They point their cell phone at me. I was at the mall. I only went to the mall one time in the last 7 years. Actually, inside the mall. And the girl that with my grandson, his fiance, her little cousin past us and pointed her phone right at me. And I, they didn't say nothing. It just made me wonder. The whole time I was there, I'm being followed. Every store we went in, these two black dudes went in there too. But I ain't go back no more, because I tell you, that night I was in all kind of pain. People still be trying to get out and go grocery shopping and doing all kind of stuff. And people, they follow you because they're going to attack you with their cell phone. They getting whatever that is in your body that they can connect to. They're going to connect to it, and they're going to attack you with it. That's why I wonder about some of these TIs. Are they really talking? Because I'm telling you, these people torture me. And why they want to torture me more, they want to torture everybody, that you can still get out there and do all this shopping and stuff, and you're not under torture. You're not being tortured. These people torture me. I mean, they have me in all kind of pain. I'm feeling stuff going out in my vagina and in my rectum, and it's just burning me down there. Just burning me. Burning me in my body. No, I don't want to get out there for people to have more access to my body. I just can't go out the back door, out the front door. So I don't see how people could. Every time I go out, I went to my son's grave, my mama, my grandmama, my niece and nephew, all of it, my aunt, all of them out there. Just being out, I'm in a car. Just being out there. I was so sick that night. Don't make no sense. Well, I can't even get out and go nowhere, because all these cars that's around us is attacking, and they just, I can't even explain it. It's just bad. Just all I can say is just real bad. Bad, 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 bad. And so no, I don't want all these people having access to my body. No more than the ones that's already, and they already got it. We got to shut down those, be able to get those sites shut down, closed completely down. That's what we need. We need the sites shut down. That's what we need to be working on. Where they can't go on these sites. They're no more. All of them need to be deleted and destroyed. And all these towers where they releasing all this dead energy. Because that's what they doing, releasing death. Pure death. And then they want to start using, we need to get rid of these politicians. Get rid of all these serpents out of our government, because that's what they are, serpents. Reptilians. Get rid of all these jokers out of quit voting. Don't vote for nobody else. Because it don't matter if we vote anyway. We just getting out of our house so they can have access to us, our information. Whatever they want to know, they're getting it. Because whoever they want in office, that's who's going to be in office. That with Trump and the Democrats, that's all a act. It's all ain't none of this mess is true. We've lived a lie for hundreds and hundreds of years. Nothing that they told us was the truth. Nothing. Not none of it. To the first president, to the last. All of them been liars. Hypocrites. I ain't gonna never finish this here paper. So if you are considering any security system, don't bother. Hacking is a big part of who gang stalkers are. Honestly, simple, old-fashioned blocks and barriers on your windows, and that's what I got at my place. It's supposed to be there anyway. And amuse help. I have used SD card cameras only to have them destroyed by my gang stalkers. Because these people professional devils. Professional devils. They use some type of device to knock out the night vision capability. I am guessing a red laser light aimed at my camera lens in the dark. And I think that's what that truck was trying to do the other night, because those weren't regular. I looked out the window. Those was not regular car lights. They was something else that made it very dark outside because it hit my camera. Now they got something. They had to put that up yesterday. At the end of the street, on the other side of the street, they got some kind of light there. It wasn't there early yesterday morning, so they had to put that there sometime yesterday. Because last night, all I could see was this bright light at the end of the street, but on the other side of the street, because I could see the cars passing by, people walking by. So I don't know if there's a house there with some kind of light, porch light, but it's long, it's real bright. But I could tell something had hit out there in the yard last night. I started the video, but I didn't. I said I'm not even gonna video because I'm letting them know what's going on. So I didn't video it. But they trying to knock out my camera. But I got some more. I didn't put up all of them. I got some more. Not that I don't put up another. But what I need to do is put something there to block it. If I can figure out what can block it. Put it somewhere else. I might need to do that. Put it in another spot. I'll put it right over the door. I put two there. Put another can. I could put another can. I got some more. I just didn't put all of them up. See, I know how to do it now myself. And run it. Cause my grandson, he just left stuff, just wire just flying everywhere. I had a dude to just give me a bunch of wire. He just gave it to me. And he put up some of my cameras in the bike and didn't even charge me a penny. He said I had gave him a bunch of soap. I did. I gave him a bunch of soap, but I didn't give it to him for the putting up my cameras. Okay. Being followed, pay attention to this. Note, anyone being behind your car for an extended period of your driving, if you suspect you are being followed, pull into a, and see, that's, we do be being followed. But see, my family, they so ignorant, they'll just let them follow us. And they be just turning me up. Because they don't feel what I feel. And I like they don't care. You know, that's why I don't go nowhere, because they don't want me in their car. Because what people doing, I can't control what other people doing. If you see you being followed, if somebody follow you to kill you or rape you, you gonna just keep letting them follow you? If you see anybody follow you, you just pull over and let them go on by. If the car follow you, turn again and then again. And if it does not stop, if you have a phone, call for help. With your steel, and your steel, pull out your steel like Medea do. You like Medea? Well, we might have to do some crazy stuff like that. Ain't no telling. I bet you they'll stop. If we start fighting, I bet you them food will stop. Either we get locked up one or the other. I mean, this one truck tried to make us wreck. Big old white truck. pulled out in front of a metal U-turn right in front of us. Crazy idiot. I wish it would have turned over. That's what some of this stuff need to happen. Some of the helicopters that's flying over our houses, they need to just fall down out the sky. Just fall down out the sky. There ain't nothing wrong with it, just start falling. Some of these cars riding by our house the car need to just start driving on and run right into a tree. I bet they'll stop. That Lord forgive me, that's wrong thinking. But this type of stuff make you think like that. Cause you ain't doing nothing to these people. They just ride by every single day that the Lord allowed the sun to shine. These people ride by, and you know dang on well that this many cars is not just turning down the round street. And then they shining their bright lights on the house. Call for help to report it. Otherwise, get to a semi-crowded location and pull up next to a group. Watch and see what your stalker does. The group that you turn into probably be stalkers too. It went too far up. I'm almost through. I'm ready to get through with this. Yep, I'm almost finished. Also, at this time, you might assume that your phone or your car has a tracking system on it. Again, make sure your phone has a virtual VPN and that you turn your airplane mode on and turn your cell phone off when you leave your house. Tracking begins and continues from your start point, most likely your house, and your phone will being track you as you pass cell phone towers I never did that. Cut my phone mode on. I mean my plane mode on when I leave the house. The best thing is I have cut it all the way off though. The best thing to do is block all attempts at your travel. Wait to turn your phone back on until about 5 to 10 miles from your house. You do not want a stalker knowing where you work or you shop. Privacy is important. I don't even shop nowhere, and they know where I be shopping at. Social. I don't even have a social life. This right here where I'm sitting in this chair, that's my social life. Social isolation, chronic fatigue, other illnesses, headaches, thoughts of suicide, depression, inability to hold a job, diagnosis of mental illness. These occur when things have gone on far too long or a person feels like they are breaking down. Remember, there is always a way out. Look for it and be positive. Second stage sign. What? I thought I was about through. I know I am about through. Burning sensation on the skin. Microwave weaponry is to blame for this. Loss of hair. Yep, hair that. Loss of hair. That's why I keep my hair cut. Hair breakage and premature graying of hair. Wearing a silver brain coat. What? Wear a silver brain coat at all times. What's a silver brain coat? In the house. Radiation and microwave cause hair weakening and always skin cell breakdown. Like I said, they be making my hair don't even feel like hair. It just feel, I don't know what in the world be feeling like. I have to shampoo my hair with a clarifying shampoo. I had to get me a itching shampoo for itching and then one for protein And then I have to put protein pack on my hair, put protein back in my hair, and just let it sit on there for hours. Just let it sit on there. And I had made up this oil that I put on my scalp with tea tree in it. That tea tree, man, that really helped because I was about to scratch my head off. But that tea tree really did help with that. I need to get some more. Oh, okay. Feeling temporary heating of the head, gets that all the time. Demodulating RF effect. Please refer to the possible explanation of symptoms listed in stage 1 above. Yeah, they had my head burning like crazy. Also realize that the longer that one is being assaulted with high energy levels, the more damage will be done over time. Rashes, narcopathic reactions, sleepiness, we have that all the time. Sleep only after exhaustion, virtual insomnia, you're pregnant, miscarriage. What's that? A what's a GAUN Gant face, Higer and draw. What that mean? Facial wrinkles, loss of skin, tuga. I noticed my skin is starting to sag, especially my neck and my cheeks. They get real soft because I used to, my skin was, I guess it like felt toned it. You ain't tone it no more. Losing control, unexplained anger. Yeah, people get that too. I don't get that, but other people in this house do. Waking after sleep, feeling as though you did not sleep. Get that. Children's symptoms. Children's symptoms can manifest themselves as aid of hyperactivity. This is a microwave weapon. Symptoms: appliance turning on, off. Some have had the experience of having appliance behave in unpredictable one night at my house I was cooking, and my something happened to my oven where it just overheated. I couldn't even touch it, and I could hear the guy next door to me and his brother-in-law laughing, and he said, "How you do that?" Right when my oven acted up, and I had to get a new stove because the oven wouldn't cut off. It wouldn't even cut off. I had to unplug it. But they keep right on. And see, that joker, they said he tried to kidnap a woman a year before I moved in that house. A young girl, rather. She said he tried to pull her in the car, and they didn't do. They couldn't have did nothing to him when he was staying beside me. And he trying to kidnap somebody. See, this is the kind of crap that they let go on, where people can make these criminals. They can kill and nothing happen to them because they're part of this evil. They become a part of this evil. Machinery containing motors will run far too fast and are far too loud, causing them to break down quickly, possibly done through high microwave energy and signal. Just like I said, whatever this is coming up through the floor of this house, I cut our whole entire system off, and it was still coming up through the floor of this house. So it's connected somewhere else. It's not connected to our energy. It's connected somewhere else. Possibly done through high microwave energy and signal jammers, electromagnetic pulse bomb. Other symptoms: social isolation, chronic fatigue, and other illnesses, headaches, thoughts of suicide, depression. That's what they want people us to commit suicide. The devil is a lie. inability to hold a job, diagnosis of mental illness. Third stage, loss of coordination, accidents from sleepiness, damage to eyes, uh, a thought for something, muscles, heart valve damage, loss of weight, and I'd rather have loss of weight than have all this weight on me. They making me big. It's swelling up my stomach, got me looking pregnant. Nausea, sensitivity to sound decrease. Uh, Wait a minute. I've been on this thing a long time. Okay, it said loss of weight and weight gain, which I'm having the severe weight gain, nausea, sensitivity to sound, deceased or decreased dexterity, something, seizure, choking, vivid dreams, lost time, Alzheimer's type symptoms, change of mood, apathy, decrease in mental activity, limbs jerk, drew as you are trying to sleep, weakness, forgetfulness, constipation, fourth stage signs. I'm tired of all these stages. Strokes, death, syndromes, disease, insanity for those who did not discover the real cause of their situation, heart attacks, um, other symptoms, social isolation, chronic fatigue, and other illnesses, headaches, thoughts of suicide, depression, inability to hold a job, diagnosis of mental illness, detailed information, a recap of symptoms listed above. You may be a victim of electromagnetic harassment. If you experience visual distortions and hallucinations, you experience manipulation of will, emotions, feelings, and perceptions. You experience reading thoughts remotely, retrieving memories, implanting personality. This is performed by your uh, uh, what's the word? Predator. Tapping into electrical activity of your brain and decoding your thought process. By doing this, your gang stalker will be able to know certain things you are thinking are brewing at any given time. They can put thoughts in your mind, not just getting your thoughts. They give you thoughts because you be thinking stuff that you know that ain't your thought. You know you don't think like that because they did it. This is what they doing. You experience debilitating mental acute to something, ACUITY, inability to concentrate, disruption of ability to think rationally and independently. You experience loss of memory and knowledge. You experience inadequate states which target individuals has never experienced before. States of narcotic intoxication, depression, obsessive desire, and so on. You experience blur vision. I get that a lot. My vision go blur. You experience blurring sensation, microwave burn on your skin and internal organ. Yes, get that too. Excruciation, artificial pain in any part of the body, including heart attacks. Yep. And other serious medical conditions. You feel pinch. Yep. Parts of your body, cramps, seizures, and spasm. You feel some type of energy moving inside your body. Yep, I feel that almost every morning. This morning, did I feel it yesterday? I don't think I felt it yet. I felt what I felt. I didn't feel it moving like I did this morning, but I felt the pressure was there. Um, This is what I was trying to find out. Why they put, the stuff that's going in our body. Okay, feeling pent, cramp, feeling some energy moving inside your body. You experience extreme head pain. This is what I was trying to find out. The energy moving in my body. I'm trying to find out why are they doing it, and it caused you to gain all this blame weight. You feel drop in your tracks, fatigue on a regular basis. You continually have difficulty sleeping, control of sleep patterns, sleep deprivation, and uncomfortable sleep, manipulation of human behavior, forced speech, involuntary body movement, arm falling, a jerk. I get that too. And always from the body, transmission of specific commands into the subconscious, compulsory executive ex, mm, ex, execution of these commands. You hear voices of other people inside your mind with no other signs of mental illness. You hear intense loud sounds of electronic sound noises, often mistake of tinnitus, microwave hearing. You hear voices that sounds like chanting while an electrical machine is on. Radio, frigid electrical fan, air conditioner, air vent. You hear voices that sound like chatter while water is running in sink, toilet bowls, faucet, and shower. You experience induced dreams. The induced dreams, incidentally, are also easy to show. The activity occur when you have reached the REM, rapid eye movement stage of sleep. Your brain at night at that stage is entrained by ELM. I'm about tired of reading now, which deepens your sleep, thus eliminating the prospect of being cognizant of some subliminal authority input being pumped into the back of your skull by bone conduced means. The quasi subliminal auditory input is what influenced the physical recognize this attempt input as resemble short burst transmission, which when impacting upon the back of your skull create a hissing sound like rather like at 5 seconds or much longer. The intervals are not always the same. They may increase in time apart like every minute or so, or they may come rapid fire and continue for a count of 100. Demodulations can be blocked. All that is required is that you protect the back of your skull with the aforementioned material before you fall asleep. Brain coats or caps are big. Anything silver, at least 55% silver and greater, and plug your ears against sound noise cancellation. Headphones are a form. Earplugs also are. Make up some type of Faraday cage to protect your entire body. Be creative and remember, even magnets are amazing. Rare earth magnets specifically, and see my help page on how to block EMFs and microwave Very important. Okay, now it never did give me who this was by. I know it's a lot of information. It don't say who's it by though. Let me see. Home. Let's see who this is by. The writing is so little. Welcome to the DMF drop-in. My name is Carla. I am here to help. Carla. Okay. Oh, Lord. That was a lot. Oh. What is that over there? I don't know if you will be able to see what I'm seeing. There's something there. Like some type of red energy. Like going out at the front, at the door coming into this room. But I don't been asleep. It's like I just can't stay woke. I sat back just to relax, and I can't even relax just because it just puts me to sleep. And I didn't have my recording out. They just attacked my heart. They just trying to give me a heart attack. That's what it feel like. But anyway, I wanted to come back and finish. At least I finished the paper, but I want to finish giving who wrote it, so they can't be saying that I'm doing a whatever they call that. They say welcome to the do drop in, the DEW direct energy weapon, and she said, and it said my name is Carla. I am here to help. So I guess Carla is the person who wrote this who site this is. And they have a lot of, well, I'm not getting ready to read no more. I just wanted to give, this must be a whole lot of stuff, but I read the symptoms. Maybe I'll read some other time. So what I'm going to do is when I post this I remember in our hometown they had a little place. This was a girl home, but she turned into a club called the Do Drop In. um, this house is making me sick. It really is. This energy that they sending in here. We got to hurry up and do something. Got to get up out of here. For my sister be dead and I be dead. Both of us be dead. Excuse me. That's how I be bouncing though. This stuff in my body. I'm hearing that sizzling because I was asleep without my uh, thing on. That's what it do. That's how I put my password in. They talking about this is what church will look like in 5 years. That ain't church. 2 million. That is not no church. Y'all can hang that crap up. Y'all keep playing with God. Talking about this. That is not church. Y'all can play church, but that's not church. That ain't got nothing to do with Christianity. If you're not following Jesus, you are not a Christian. You following the Antichrist. This is what Antichrist church look like, not the Christian church. I don't see what in the world a man would want with another man. A woman won't. I just can't get it. And I know it's pure demonic. It's pure demonic because that's what this technology is trying to make people desire the same sex. Or desire people that you're not even attracted to. I am videoing the show. The energy that is on my face and in this room. Just getting stronger and stronger every day. I am videoing the show. The energy that is on my face and in this room. Just getting stronger and stronger every day. There's something right here. This it's everywhere. It's all over everywhere. We submerged in this.